I'm taking the liberty for people who enjoy going to open mics, who don't mind traveling, who have a car, or don't mind carpooling. I've taken a list to literally write down all of the stand-up comedy open mics around Syracuse, New York. So this will be extremely beneficial to comedians in Syracuse. But even if you're around Syracuse, like the Upstate area, the distance of these might change. But these are open mics that you can hit Monday through Friday. If you are like, you know what, man, 1 week I want to just hit an open mic every single day of the week. I got a whole list for you, all right? I got a whole list for you. I'm going to read them out. And I don't want to keep you too long on this episode. We just want to keep things flowing. And I know, as we continue, we progress and we keep the more and more consistent episodes we're doing and we're putting out, the better we'll get and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys taking this journey with us along the way. All right, let me just get right to it. All right, so Monday. And by the way, special shout out to Patrick McDonald for giving me the info on all the Buffalo mics. I appreciate it. I hope I didn't bug him too much. I was in this, I saw that he was in the Buffalo group chat on Facebook, and I was asked him about one open mic, and I was like, hey man, any chance you know about these other ones? And he was gracious to lend me the information. So big shout out to him. All right, here we go. Monday, right? So Monday. If you want to hit open mics on Monday, here's the list. Kelly's Sports Bar out in Ithaca. You can hit that one. The host is Mike Peters. You can hit him up on Facebook Messenger and let him know, hey, how far you're coming from, if you're coming like an hour away. But from Syracuse, the journey is an hour and 20 minutes if you want to hit that open mic. So hit up Mike Peters. The sign up is around 6:45. They usually start, or 6:30, 6:45. They usually start at about 7, sometimes 7:30-ish. So, take it from me, that's a fun mic. Now, it might, depending on what night you go there. Excuse me. I want to burp right into the microphone. And depending on what night you go there, it might just be all comedians, which even at that location, they're receptive. They give you good feedback. They laugh if it's funny. And then there's certain nights where you might have more audience members and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And also another benefit is, Mike Peters is pretty good at putting people on shows and stuff like that. If he sees you out there working, getting laughs and being consistent and stuff like that, and just putting in the work, you know what I mean? You can get opportunities, and that goes for a lot of open mics. I think just about all of them where the host puts on shows, or, somebody in the audience could be watching the open mic and they put on shows. So that's another benefit of going to open mics, period. That's something that I've learned. So anybody who wants to progress in comedy, I don't think anybody, then again, it's some people out there who just want to hit the open mics, and it's a hobby, and it's literally, getting put on the show is maybe not something they think about, or they're like, oh, that'd be cool. But for people who want to get better, man, who want to be performing in the comedy clubs, and this is your purpose, this is your dream, this is what you do, you got to be hitting those open mics. You got to be hitting those open mics, even if this is, for example, especially like there's some people on Facebook, Instagram who, in their world, they're funny. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you ain't funny, but in your world, you're funny, but you haven't hit any open mics. Hit some open mics, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is, I'm gonna try to see if I can reach those people with this video, man. This will be so helpful. These are open mics you can go to. Now, you'll figure out as I keep reading these. If you are in Syracuse, New York, and you want to hit an open mic, you don't have to travel. You are going to have to travel, and it's okay. It's a part of that's how it is right now. We had open mics in Syracuse, and COVID happened. Even before that, places shut down. So until we get an actual Comedy open mic. Now, I've heard that there's some mixed open mics where there's music, there's jazz playing, there's poets and all that. You know, you can go ahead and, go to that one if you want. I heard it's Funk and Waffles on Sundays. I think what I heard was the time change. The start time is 8 o'clock, but I mean, you'd have to investigate on that one. All right, what the fuck? Get to the point. All right, so I don't know about that one because it's a mixed mic. These are focused on comedy open mic nights. All right, people who are going there for comedy, looking forward to comedy, yada yada yada. All right, so that was Endicott, Kelly's in Endicott. Second one on the list for Mondays is Two Door Lounge in Buffalo, New York. Now this one is 2 hours 16 minutes away from Syracuse. All right. If you want to go and you don't want to take the long drive, bring somebody with you who don't mind driving on the way back. You know, you do the 2 hours down there and they do the 2 hours on the way back. The host for that is Don Johnson. Sign up time is usually around 7:30 or, either 7:30 or 8. Sign up time is about 6. Hold on. All right. I wrote this junk in the freaking, all right. 7:30 is sign up time. Start time is about 8. All right. So the information I got for these Buffalo mics is the sign up time and start time are usually similar and stuff like that. Whether it's 7:30 or 8, or for the start sign up time, and then the start time is usually 8 to 8:30. For a lot of these Buffalo mics. So, but yeah, Two Door Lounge, Buffalo, New York. Hit up the host, Don Johnson, let him know, hey, my name's so-and-so. I'm a comedian from wherever. And then I'm coming from this far. Coming to the open mic tonight, could you put me on the list and stuff like that? Usually these, comedians out of town are pretty gracious. They're, pretty willing. I haven't had anybody give me a hard time because I wanted to get on the list. The most, I've had is some people say, they don't do pre-signups, but once they understood that I was coming from like 2 hours away, hour and a half away, they was like, okay, they started being willing to put me on the list. So shouldn't have many problems with that. All right, next one on the list for Mondays is McAddie's Pub. That's out in Troy, New York, near Albany. That one's about 2 hours, 21 minutes away. And the host for that is Juan Vidal. Try to get his last name right. Pantaleon. I think that's it. I think so. I hope so. Sign up time for that one is 6:30. Start time for that is 7 p.m. All right. That's Albany, or not Albany. That's near Albany. McAddie's Pub. All right. So, fourth one on the list for Mondays is Boulder Coffee, out in Rochester. So that's an hour and 19 minutes from Syracuse. The host for that is Sarah Benson. And these are their names on Facebook. So you can go ahead and type into Facebook, hit them on the message, DMs and stuff like that. That's the best place. I don't, know everybody's Instagram. So, Sarah Benson on Facebook. Sign up time for that is 7 p.m. Start time is 8 p.m. All right, so that's Mondays. All right, so Tuesdays. The list for Tuesdays, the open mics are Firehouse Saloon out in Rochester, New York. Pretty good open mic. You get some good reactions, even when it's just comedians and stuff like that. I would say on this open mic, bring your all. If it's your first time, that's another thing. If it's your first time going to an open mic out of town, use your A material, because it's kind of cool. Because that way, right out the gate, this is the first time people are seeing you. So once you use your A material, the first time you go to a new open mic, the comedians as well as the hosts and even the crowd members, they know, all right, this person's funny. And then you kind of get some grace. I would say have the first and second time you perform at a new open mic, bring your top stuff. And then they're a little bit more gracious when you try out new stuff. This is just something that I've learned. They're more willing to laugh at your new stuff, or, because sometimes this is just experience. It isn't me being whatever. if you watch somebody and they're performing comedy and, the stuff that you're watching them do isn't funny, you kind of can begin to tune them out and stuff like that where you're watching them, but in your head, you're thinking about your jokes and, having your set ready for when it's time for you to go up on stage. But for people that are funny, you are engaged when you're watching them. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to say, man, make sure, first 2 times you perform at a new open mic, bring your top stuff, bring your top stuff and have fun with it, man. At the end of the day, don't, this is comedy at the end of the day. It's supposed to be fun, It's supposed to be fun. So keep putting in the work. All right, so what did I say? That was Firehouse. All right, so let me give you the host for that. Firehouse Saloon, 1 hour and 19 minutes from Syracuse. The host for that is Jack Val. Jack Val, very nice lady, man. Very nice lady. That's her name on Facebook. Messenger, let her know you coming from wherever and that you want to sign up. That you're coming to the open mic and you want to sign up. Sign up time for that is 7:30. Start time is 8. All right, going down the list, Tuesday. So second one on the list is the Local 217 Tap Room. That's out in Albany, New York. About 2 hours and 20 minutes from Syracuse, New York. The host for that is either going to be Sam Mills or Karma Ligma. Karma Ligma. I got the name right. So you can hit up either one of them or hit up one and then, they'll let the other know or however that'll work out. And one might say, hey, I'm not hosting this week. Talk to the other person. But it'll give you the sign up time for that is 7:30. Start time is 8 p.m. So, hit them up. Hey, yada, yada, yada. You guys are watching, so you probably know. All right. Hit them up. Let them know you're coming. They'll put you on the list. All right. So this third one I have, I'm going to try to get this name right. I don't know if it's German. Naichis out in Buffalo, New York. 2 hours, 21 minutes. The host for that is either going to be Jake Sampson or Jake Pitzker. I think that's the name for it. Piskor. Pitzker. Once again, start time for that is usually 7:30 or 8. And start time is about 8 or 8:30. What I would do with the Buffalo mics is, ask the host, let them know, hey, my name's so-and-so. I'm coming from here, going to your open mic. Can I sign up? But also what time is the sign up? What time is the start? They usually don't mind, giving you that information. So yeah, this is, once again, this is Tuesday. So I don't know what work week you got, but, and you can mix and match these. You don't have to go to if you want to go to Endicott and that's only like maybe an hour for you or 30 minutes for you, you can do that Monday. If you want to go to one that's, if you just want to hit the ones that are like an hour away on this one, whatever suits you best. I know eventually I'm going to try to make it to all these personally. I don't know, I don't know when that's going to be. I'm not going to give dates and be like, hey, I'm going to be in Colorado on Thursday, but just saying, you know what I mean? Why not? Why not try to make it to all of them at some point? It's only spreading your notoriety. So here's number 4 on Tuesday. All right. So on the first and third Thursdays of every month, there's the open mic named The Downstairs out in Ithaca, New York. Host is Kenneth McLaurin. Shout out to Kenneth McLaurin. The journey for this is an hour and 7 minutes from Syracuse. So it's not super far. At least not in my the way I judge it. I judge far as being like 2 hours plus. Once it's like 2 hours plus, then I'm like, all right, that's far. An hour and a half, like with Rochester, hour and a half, that's not what I consider far. Once it gets 2 hours, I'm like, because you feel that jump when you on the way back. You on the way back and you performed and you had to wait a little bit to go up and perform. Shoot, man, there was a couple nights I had to call Jesus just to make sure I was still gonna make it home safe. All right, so once again, all right, so Kenneth McLaurin, sign up time for that open mic is 6:30. Start time is 7, and it ends at 9. So you leave it like 9:15. You can probably get home about 10:30. You know, if you live in Syracuse or around Syracuse, close. All right, so this one right here is every other week. This other one, this last one I have for Tuesdays is every other week, out in Chris's Pub. Chris's Rub and Pub out in Rome, New York. It's only 49 minutes from Syracuse. The host name is Becky Campbell. So you hit her up, ask her, hey, are we doing it this week? Or more so, by the way, there's comedy groups on Facebook that you can subscribe to, join and stuff like that. Some of them have requirements. Some of them are actually why you want to join, et cetera, et cetera. But Utica has they have a comedy group. In hindsight, I wish I would have wrote it down, but I believe it's called Utica Comedy Group and stuff like that. So I know she posts when they do have it. I know that she posts them in there, but also Syracuse Comedy Group. You know, we have our own Syracuse Comedy. Yeah, we have our own comedy group. So once again, we don't have a lot of open mics, so I don't know why I brought that up. But point is, check the comedy groups, man. That's another way to find out when the open mics are. And if you click on the little tab that says featured right at the top of the page. Usually some of them actually list the open mics that they have. But for those who rather just freaking watch this YouTube video, I got them right here. So you good. Just lay back or whatever the hell. Keep driving and listen. All right. So that's Tuesdays. All right. We halfway through. Wednesdays, open mics. So I got Uptown Improv out in Utica, New York. This travel is only about 57 minutes from Syracuse, so it's not too far. The host is Cortland Clues, good person. I like Cortland. He's cool, and he's cool people. So the sign up time for this is 7 p.m. It starts at 7:30, and this is one of my favorite places to go and perform when it comes to open mics. Utica, they come for the laughs, man. They are not selfish with their laughs. If your joke is funny, they are going to laugh. It's always been like that. Whether it's an open mic, whether it's a show. So I would suggest that any and everybody at some point, fuck it, make it this month if you can. Go and perform at Uptown Improv Theater. Before you get there, message Cortland Clues. Let him know that you on your way. You want to get on the list and stuff like that. He'll put you on the list. Do it, man. Go ahead, go down there and freaking perform, man. It's a fun crowd, fun environment, man. Just do it, bro. It's one of those open mics that you enjoy going to, for sure. One of those open mics, man. I'll say that, Kelly's. Not that the other ones suck or nothing like that. I'm just saying, everybody, you got your favorites. That's what it is. All right, so, that's Wednesdays. All right, so another one for Wednesdays, I got Milky's out in Buffalo, New York. That's 2 hours, 21 minutes away from Syracuse. The host for that is Jesse Wittenhalter. Yeah, I think I got his name right. Jesse Wittenhalter. So message him, let him know you coming, yada, yada, yada. Sign up time for that is about 8:30. This was the one that. Okay, sign up time for that is 9. Start time is 9:30. So sign up time for this one is 9 o'clock. Start time is 9:30. And some open mics are a little bit later. You'll find that out as I keep going with this list. All right, so another one that was for Buffalo just now. This one right here, Madison Theater. Madison Theater is out in Albany, New York. It's about did I not write it? All right, so this one's about it's over 2 hours for sure. It's out in Albany. I thought I wrote down the time for this one, but I didn't. So it's about 2 hours and a half. Rounded off to 2 hours and a half. Madison Theater. A host for that is Kyle Warner. Cool dude. Let him know you're coming. Put you on the list. Sign up time for that is usually 6:30. Start time is 7 p.m. All right. Now, this next one is, once again, it's the first and third Wednesday of the month. This is Rosencrown out in Rochester, New York. This is about an hour, 18 minutes from Syracuse. and they have rotating host is what it said. So that may mean, you got a different host, or maybe they just have no, we don't need to overcomplicate it. You're just going to have to either go there early and find out, or message some of the other Rochester hosts that I have on this list. So far, Rochester. So far, Sarah Benson and Jack Val. You hit them up, maybe let them know, hey, do you know who's hosting the Rose and Crown, this week? And they'll either let you know or just tell you to come there and find out. So, all right, that's Wednesdays. We halfway through the week. All right, so now we at Thursdays. But try not to hold you too long. All right. Somebody watching this, come on, hurry up. All right. Thursdays, Mr. Good Bar out in Buffalo, New York is 12 days from Syracuse. No, I'm just playing. All right, 2 hours and 19 minutes from Syracuse. The host is a person with a difficult name, but we're going to try it anyway. Bennett Swalowski. All right. Now, I haven't been to this place, so I'm going to be ginger with my jokes. But I first time I looked down, it looked like Swallow. I'm going to be honest with you. Benedict Swallow. I wonder if that was a name he had to suffer in high school. No disrespect if you're ever watching this, but Benedict Swallows is probably something he heard a lot about. Then again, I hope, you know what, this could go a lot of different directions. I don't even know him. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You can find out that he's gay, and then next thing you know, I'm canceled. But then again, this is C2C in the building. No, all right, but hey, man, it's all funny. It's all jokes. And I'll find out if he took it as a joke when I go to Good Bar at some point. All right, so sign-up time is 7:30 or 8. 7:30 or 8. Start time is 8 or 8:30. All right, so next one I have for Thursday is the Lark Street Tavern out in Albany, New York. About 2 hours and 20 minutes from Syracuse. Pardon me. 2 hours and 20 minutes from Syracuse. The host is Ed Kolsig. Ed Kolsig. I met him. He's cool people, man. Cool people. Helpful as well. So hit him up. And the sign-up time is 7:30. Start time is 8 p.m. So hit him up. Let him know. I've said it so many times, but for anybody who's just either not paying attention or you hear stuff the fifth time, message them, let them know, hey, yada, yada, yada. I'm coming from here. Looking forward to coming to your open mic. What time is it? Put me on the list. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So that was Thursdays. All right. So going further down. Now this one, it sounds like it's going to be further, but it's not. Finnegan's out in Scranton, PA. It's only 2 hours and 6 minutes from Syracuse. This is no bullshit. I hit the directions on Google, so I've checked all these myself as far as distance. 2 hours and 6 minutes from Syracuse. The host is Paul Spratt, a hilarious dude. Got to work with him a couple of times, man. He's cool. He's good people. Hit him up on Facebook. Let him know you coming. Sign up time is 7:30. Start time is 8 p.m. All right. So this last one for Thursday, I got to make sure I come to this one. I recently just found out about this one. 16 Stone Brew Pub out in Utica, New York. About 58 minutes from Syracuse, man. 58 minutes from Syracuse. I haven't been there yet, but I definitely going to make sure I go there some point. The host is Rob Fish. Rob Fish, one of the co-hosts of Fish Guy Media. Fish Guy Media, they have their own podcast. Hilarious dudes. Sign up time is 6:30. Start time is 7 p.m. All right. And now we go to Fridays. This is probably like, one of the shortest of the list. All right, so Fridays open mic. You got Comedy Works out in Saratoga Springs. Saratoga Springs, New York is about 2 hours, 25 minutes from Syracuse. All right. So you want to contact Grady Dixon for that open mic. Let him know where you're coming from. You already know. All right. Let him know. All right. So sign up time for this one. This is Friday. Remember that. This is Friday. Sign up time for this one is 8 p.m. and the start time is 10 p.m. So one day on some real shit, I want to get a hotel room one time when I go out there. That way I get there a little bit earlier, or I just stay there, stay the night, and I get to, do some window shopping the next day because everything looks expensive. All right. But it's a nice environment too. I did like a comedy vlog about when I went down to Comedy Works. They got bars and stuff like that. They got some eateries. It's a nice landscape, especially in the summer and stuff like that. That's the prime time to go. Also, sometimes they'll have a show in between you signing up and the actual open mic. And sometimes people will stay from the show to watch the open mic, audience members. And then sometimes you get people walking in from off the street to watch the open mic as well. It was more so before COVID, because before COVID, the time for the open mic, sign-up time was 6, and then it started at 8. So it was more likely for people to come in. But, after COVID, the time moved up. But, one thing about going to that open mic, if you got shit to do Saturday, just understand that you're going to be tired. It's one of those open mics. But it's worth it. I enjoy going there. I get good feedback on my jokes. I think you should too. All right, so this one is every other Friday. Every other Friday. It is the OSB Cedar Mill out in Buffalo, New York. This one is 2 hours and 23 minutes from Syracuse. Host is Katie Scallon. You sign up time for that is about 7:30 or 8. Yeah, sign up time is 7:30. Start time. Yeah, 7:30 or 8 for the sign up time. Start time is about 8 to 8:30. All right, so that's Monday through Friday. All right, Monday through Friday. You can mix and match any of these, but do it at least once in your life. Like, think about this. People in New York City hit like 5 open mics a night, which is something that I got to experience that, man. I got to see what that's like. Us over here, you got to get them once a day. You know what I mean? Once a day like vitamins, all right? So I'm sure I'm incorrect about that, but fuck it. I said it and I meant it. All right, so Monday through Friday. All right, now there's a few, and I do mean like a couple, open mics on the weekends, right? All right, so as of right now on Saturday, if you want to go to an open mic on Saturday, you have to wait for the 3rd Saturday of every month to go to Wonder Bar out here in Syracuse, New York. All right, the host is Rhea Rogers. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. I believe it's Rhea. If it's Rhea, I'm sorry if you are watching this. Sign up time is 8:30 and the start time is 9 p.m. Now, to my knowledge, you have to be vaccinated for this one. And let me see, what was the other one? Uptown Improv, you have to be vaccinated for that one. That was the last time I checked. Now that things are, a lot more, I guess, relaxed, you feel free to message those people and ask them that as well. Hey, yada, yada. Put it in your spiel. Just ask them, do I have to be vaccinated? That's for people who are not. If you are vaccinated, you think you're invincible. So whatever. Like literally, I think people who are vaccinated, they think that they can't get sick anymore. That's the understanding that I'm getting with the day-to-day interactions that I'm having with them. But that's neither here nor there. All right, so Sundays, if you want to go to open mic on Sundays, there's Hot Mama's Canteen out in Buffalo, New York, 2 hours and 19 minutes away from Syracuse. The host is Rachel Tashari. Tshari. You do it. Tashari. I'm going to just say Tashari. I think it's Tashari. Sign up time is about 7:30 or 8. Start time is 8 to 8:30. All right. That is the list. Monday through Sunday, Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday. If you want to hit those open mics, hit some of them, people. Some of them at some point, man.